Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Rachel O'Leary, and today I am continuing to break down the tanks on this side of the fish room that are above the aquarium that burst. I'm leaving these aquariums running for now, though most of these species will be moved outside once summer tubbing begins. But today we're going to work on that as well as addressing a few other issues. I start this whole process just by catching the fish. Now, it's pretty easy to do in an aquarium that doesn't really have any decor. I generally will move all the plants out first, and then the fish all tend to congregate in the back, and I can just scoop them up and move them out. I dropped the plants in this case into the aquarium next door that these fish were going to be moving to. It was currently empty of inhabitants. It just is housing plants. So it was a pretty simple and easy procedure to just flop everything over and then catch the fish. All the parameters in the fish room, especially in these aquariums, are basically identical. They're all on similar water change schedules, so I don't need to do any particular acclimation. I can just catch the fish and move them over. I then pulled out the sponge filter. You can see how dirty the water got, dropped it into the bucket for cleaning. Removed any other debris and cleaned the glass in the aquarium. I'm going to be taking these aquariums down for the short term, so I wanted to make sure I cleaned the glass before I emptied them. And then I just simply siphoned out the aquariums, moving the siphon all over the bottom to try and get any accumulated debris. I did pause a few times in this process to let some of the suspended particles settle to the bottom of the aquarium to make my job a bit easier. This really is something that I do all the time for moving aquariums, and it's super easy. You can see the debris just coming through the siphon tube, and this just makes it, again, easier for when I set these aquariums back up. Once I was done siphoning, I made a tactical error, stood off the ladder before moving my bucket, and you can see how that worked out. Yeah, good times. Up next, I decided to address some algae issues I'm having on the top row of the main wall of aquariums. I think what's going on here is the lights are just too close to these smaller, more shallow aquariums, as almost half of them have this same sort of algae. Now, all of them have different substrates, different stocking levels, but none of them are doing particularly awesome. So what I'm going to do is unplug the light on that row and do sort of a blackout for the next week to try and kill off some of the algae, and if that doesn't work, then I'll wrap them in towels and blankets. But with the way I have my lights set up, it was super easy to just unplug this top row and not have it impact the rest of the aquariums. Now, these taller tanks are doing amazing. None of them have any algae issues. The depth of the tank seems to be the only difference in the equation. All in all, I think things are going pretty well down here. There's always tons of work to do, so stay tuned so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Thanks as always for your continued support.